Greetings, beloved souls. Today I bring you a message of light, love, and profound transformation. A message from Zook, a being of light from Andromeda. It is a message that speaks of an energetic wave sweeping through the universe, awakening truths long hidden within each of us, and inviting us to embark on a journey of deep self-realization. This is not merely a cosmic event, it is a spiritual calling for all of humanity. As we stand on the precipice of monumental shifts in our world, it is essential that we open our hearts and minds to the energies that are currently flooding our planet, for they are the keys to our ascension into higher states of consciousness. Zook's words remind us of the cosmic forces at play, the inevitable shifts that will come, and the invitation to rise above fear, illusion, and the patterns that no longer serve us. This is a call to awaken to the truth within, to reconnect with our divine essence, and to prepare for the profound changes unfolding as we approach 2026. So, I invite you now to take a deep breath, center yourself, and open your heart to the wisdom of the Andromedans as we delve into this message of transformation and awakening. As we speak of the cosmic wave that is currently sweeping across the universe, it is essential to understand the magnitude of its impact. This is not simply an abstract concept or a distant phenomenon. It is a living, breathing force that is touching every corner of our world. This wave of energy is a catalyst, a divine force that acts as both a mirror and a guide. It reflects the hidden truths that we've long suppressed and encourages us to confront the depths of our own consciousness. For many, this may feel unsettling at first. After all, when truths are unveiled, they often bring discomfort before they lead to clarity. But as Zook so beautifully expresses, this wave is not a harbinger of doom. It is a blessing, a gift from the cosmos, designed to awaken us to the infinite potential within. Each person, no matter where they stand on their spiritual journey, has the opportunity to align with this wave and allow it to open their hearts, minds, and souls to new dimensions of understanding. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has aligned this energetic wave with the perfect timing, ensuring that the world is ready for the changes that lie ahead. We are no longer alone in our evolution, for these cosmic energies are here to help guide us toward a greater version of ourselves. This wave is much like the ocean tides, constant, unstoppable, and powerful. It will not wait for anyone, and it will not be denied. Yet, within this unstoppable force, there is a sacred opportunity for growth, for healing, and for the rediscovery of truth. As we embrace this wave, we allow it to carry us toward new beginnings, toward clarity, and ultimately, toward a higher state of consciousness. It is a wave that will wash away the illusions we've been holding onto for so long and invite us into a space of profound understanding. Zook's message is clear. Now is the time to align ourselves with these energies, to listen closely to our hearts, and to surrender to the flow of this divine current. The truth we seek is within us, waiting to be uncovered, waiting for us to rise into the fullness of who we truly are. As we step into the coming years, especially as we approach 2026, the universe is urging us to prepare, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally. The shifts we will encounter are unlike anything we have experienced before. These changes will touch every aspect of our lives, from the personal to the collective. The old ways of thinking, the outdated systems, and the illusions that have held us captive for centuries will begin to dissolve, making room for something far more expansive and aligned with the truth of who we are. Zook speaks of a time when the planet will undergo a profound transformation. But this is not a time to fear. Rather, it is a time to embrace the unknown with open arms. We are being called to transcend the old paradigms and rise into a new reality, one where love, clarity, and unity are the guiding forces. The turbulence that many may experience during this period is not a punishment, but a necessary purge. It is the final release of the old energies that no longer serve our highest good, and with it, we are given the opportunity to step into a more authentic and harmonious way of being. As these changes unfold, it is important to remember that we are not passive observers. We are active participants in this grand cosmic shift. Every thought, every action, and every choice we make plays a role in shaping the new world that is emerging. Zook encourages us to take responsibility for our own inner transformation, to clear our minds of fear and doubt, and to align with the higher frequencies of love and light. The more we prepare ourselves now, the more equipped we will be to navigate the coming shifts with grace and ease. 2026 will be a year of awakening for many, but it is up to each of us to actively engage in our own personal evolution. This is a time of great opportunity, a time when we can break free from the chains of the past and create a new reality that is more aligned with our soul's purpose. The universe is ready for this transformation, and we, as individuals, must be equally ready. It is not a distant future, it is now, and the time to prepare is here. The world around us is in a state of upheaval. It is as though the fabric of our reality is being torn apart, and we are witnessing the unraveling of systems, beliefs, and structures that have dominated our lives for centuries. From political unrest to environmental crises, from economic instability to social divisions, the chaos is undeniable. Yet Zook invites us to view this turmoil not as something to fear, but as a natural process, a purging, a clearing away of what no longer serves our collective growth. The external chaos is but a reflection of the internal chaos we, as individuals, have carried for so long. It is easy, especially in times of uncertainty, to point fingers and blame others for the state of the world. We may be tempted to view the external world as the cause of our distress, but Zook gently reminds us that everything that is happening in the outer world is simply a reflection of the state of our inner world. The unresolved fears, the unhealed wounds, and the limiting beliefs that we carry within us are being mirrored back to us through the events and challenges we face in our daily lives. This is not an accident. This is part of the divine plan for our awakening. The turmoil we experience is not punishment. It is an invitation to look deeper within ourselves and ask, what am I holding on to that no longer serves me? What is it within me that needs to be released in order to make space for the new? This is not a time for judgment, but a time for compassion, both for ourselves and for others. It is a time to acknowledge that the external world is simply a mirror, reflecting the energies we carry within. As we begin to heal our own wounds and release the patterns that no longer align with our higher purpose, the world around us will begin to shift as well. This is a process of purification, a cleansing of the collective consciousness. The more we confront our inner chaos with love and acceptance, the more the external chaos will subside. It is not the world that needs to change first, but ourselves. As we rise above the old narratives and align ourselves with higher frequencies, we contribute to the healing of the world. This is the power of inner transformation. By healing ourselves, we heal the world. One of the greatest challenges that many face during times of transformation is the tendency to fall back into old patterns of fear and illusion. Fear, in its many forms, is one of the most insidious forces that holds us back from stepping into our true potential. It whispers to us, often in our quietest moments, telling us that we are not enough, that we are powerless, and that we are separate from the divine flow of the universe. But Zook reminds us that fear is nothing more than an illusion, a creation of the ego designed to keep us trapped in old ways of thinking and being. Fear has been woven into the fabric of our reality for centuries. It is the force behind so much of the chaos we see in the world today. Fear of the unknown, fear of change, fear of loss. All these fears feed into a narrative that tells us we are not capable of creating the life we desire, nor are we capable of stepping into the fullness of our divine potential. But this is where the greatest illusion lies. The truth is, we are already whole. We are already powerful. We are already divine. The key to transcending fear is to acknowledge it, not as a force to be defeated, but as a messenger. Fear is there to show us where we are still holding on to old beliefs, where we are still clinging to the past, and where we are resisting the changes that are necessary for our growth. When we can see fear not as an enemy, but as a teacher, we can begin to release its grip on our lives. Zook encourages us to recognize fear for what it is, an illusion, a temporary state that has no power over us unless we allow it. As we begin to transcend fear, we step into a space of trust, a trust in the divine process, a trust in ourselves, and a trust in the greater flow of the universe. The more we trust, the less room there is for fear to take hold. And as we release fear, we align ourselves with higher frequencies, frequencies of love, peace, and clarity. These higher frequencies are the antidote to fear. They are the energies that allow us to see through the illusions and to remember who we truly are. Zook invites us to embrace these higher frequencies by thinking in a way that is free from fear. This means no longer allowing past narratives, old beliefs, and limiting thought patterns to define who we are or what we can achieve. We are limitless. We are beings of light, and when we let go of fear, we can truly soar. In this time of great transformation, Zook urges us to reconnect with the most powerful part of ourselves, our higher self. Our higher self is the essence of who we truly are, the divine spark that exists within each of us. It is our true guidance system, the part of us that is in perfect alignment with the universe and the flow of cosmic wisdom. But in the chaos of everyday life, we often lose touch with this inner source of wisdom. We become distracted by the noise of the world, by the opinions of others, and by the fears that cloud our minds. Zook reminds us that the key to navigating this cosmic shift with grace and ease lies in reconnecting with our higher self. When we do, we tap into a vast reservoir of love, clarity, and divine intelligence that is available to us at all times. Our higher self is not separate from us. It is always present, waiting for us to acknowledge it. It is our own divine nature calling us to step into our full power and potential. To reconnect with the higher self, Zook advises us to quiet our minds and listen to the stillness within. In that space of silence, we can hear the whispers of our soul, guiding us toward our highest path. This connection is not something we have to force or seek outside of ourselves. It is always available to us, waiting for us to simply turn inward and allow it to flow through us. Through this connection, we gain access to divine wisdom, wisdom that is not limited by the constraints of time or space. It is the eternal truth that exists within each of us, waiting to be uncovered. When we align our thoughts with the wisdom of our higher self, we begin to see the world through new eyes. We begin to understand that we are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of its divine design. By nurturing this connection, we are able to live with a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. We are no longer swayed by external chaos or fear. Instead, we are anchored in the truth of who we are and the wisdom of the universe. This alignment is what allows us to navigate even the most turbulent times with peace, knowing that we are being guided by the highest intelligence. As we move through this period of profound transformation, Zook offers a powerful tool to help us navigate the challenges that arise. Aligning our thoughts with higher consciousness. The thoughts we hold in our minds shape our reality. What we think, we create. This is a simple yet profound truth that many have overlooked, but it is one of the most empowering pieces of wisdom that we can apply in our daily lives. When we choose to align our thoughts with higher consciousness, we step into a higher vibrational state, one that is in harmony with love, peace, and clarity. The mind is a powerful tool, but it can also be a double-edged sword. When our thoughts are driven by fear, anxiety, or old patterns of limitation, we reinforce the very energies that keep us stuck in lower frequencies. But when we consciously choose to elevate our thoughts, we align ourselves with the divine intelligence that governs the universe. This is not about forcing positive thinking or ignoring challenges, but about shifting our perspective to see the bigger picture and to remember the truth of who we are. Zook encourages us to ask ourselves loving questions. These are questions that come from a place of curiosity, openness, and compassion. For example, how can I approach this situation with love and understanding? What would my higher self say in this moment? What is the most loving choice I can make for myself and others? By asking ourselves these kinds of questions, we begin to shift our focus from fear-based thinking to love-based thinking. We start to operate from a place of higher consciousness, and as a result, we begin to experience life in a completely different way. Aligning our thoughts with higher consciousness is also about letting go of the old stories that we have been telling ourselves. stories of limitation, lack, and fear. These old narratives have kept us trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and fear, but now is the time to release them. Zook reminds us that we are not defined by our past. We are not limited by the mistakes we have made or the stories we have carried for so long. We are limitless beings, capable of creating a new story, one that is filled with love, possibility, and abundance. As we continue to align our thoughts with higher consciousness, we open ourselves to new opportunities, new experiences, and new ways of being. Life becomes an expression of our highest potential, and we are no longer bound by the constraints of fear or limitation. We become co-creators with the universe, bringing forth a new reality that is in alignment with our divine essence. This is the power of aligning our thoughts with higher consciousness. It allows us to transform our lives and to step into a future that is filled with joy, peace, and fulfillment. As we continue to explore how to align our thoughts with higher consciousness, Zook emphasizes one of the most transformative practices that we can adopt: asking loving questions. At first glance, this may seem simple, but in reality, it is a profound and powerful tool for shifting our perception and opening us up to new possibilities. Loving questions are not about seeking answers through the lens of fear or doubt, but rather approaching every situation with curiosity, compassion, and a deep desire for understanding. Think about it. When we ask questions from a place of fear, we are often looking for confirmation of our worries. We might ask ourselves, why is this happening to me? Or why does the world seem so chaotic? These kinds of questions come from a space of limitation and uncertainty, and they reinforce the very fear and confusion we are trying to escape. But when we ask loving questions, we shift our focus to love, trust, and higher consciousness. Loving questions might sound like, how can I respond to this situation with love and wisdom? What can I learn from this experience? How can I serve others in the most loving way possible? These questions open the door to higher perspectives. They invite us to step beyond the surface-level chaos and to look deeper into the spiritual lessons that are unfolding before us. By asking these kinds of questions, we empower ourselves to shift our mindset from one of fear and confusion to one of trust, clarity, and love. Zook reminds us that every moment is an opportunity for growth, and asking loving questions is a powerful way to unlock the wisdom that resides within each of us. It is through this process of inquiry that we begin to release old narratives, outdated beliefs, and limiting thought patterns. Loving questions help us dissolve the illusion of separation and bring us into greater alignment with our higher self and the divine wisdom that is always available to us. By making loving questions a regular part of our lives, we begin to change the way we perceive the world. Instead of reacting out of fear or judgment, we start to respond from a place of love and understanding. This shift in consciousness allows us to experience life in a way that is more joyful, peaceful, and abundant. It reminds us that we are not victims of circumstances, but co-creators of our reality. And in that realization, we find true empowerment. As we approach the final stages of our journey, Zook invites us to fully embrace the natural purge of fear and illusion that is currently unfolding in the world. This purge is not a punishment, but rather an essential part of our collective and personal evolution. The universe is in the process of shedding the old, the outdated, and the limiting belief systems that have held us in a state of fear and separation. The old ways of thinking, the false narratives that have shaped our reality, are being dismantled, and in their place, a new world is emerging, one that is based on truth, love, and unity. This purge is not easy, it is uncomfortable, and at times it may feel overwhelming. But Zook reminds us that it is necessary. Just as a caterpillar must go through a painful process of metamorphosis to emerge as a butterfly, we too must undergo a transformation. We must shed the layers of fear, judgment, and separation that have kept us bound to lower frequencies. This process may feel chaotic, but it is simply the breaking down of the old structures that no longer serve us. The turmoil we are witnessing in the world, the political unrest, the societal divisions, the environmental crises, is not a sign of the world falling apart. It is a sign that the old paradigm is breaking down, making way for something new. The chaos is the result of the purging process as the collective consciousness is being cleansed and realigned with higher truths. This is a time of awakening, and while it may seem tumultuous, it is actually an opportunity for profound growth and healing. Zook encourages us to view this purge not as a threat, but as an invitation to release what no longer serves us. It is an opportunity to let go of fear, doubt, and illusion, and to step into the fullness of our divine nature. As we embrace this process, we are making space for the light of truth to shine through. We are allowing ourselves to be reborn, to emerge from the ashes of the old world into a new reality that is grounded in love, compassion, and higher consciousness. This purge is an essential part of our spiritual awakening. The universe is supporting us in this process, and while it may be uncomfortable at times, it is ultimately leading us to greater clarity, peace, and wisdom. It is a reminder that we are not alone in this journey. We are part of a larger cosmic process that is unfolding. The more we allow ourselves to release fear and illusion, the more we align with the truth of who we really are. As we come to the final part of this message, Zook offers us an invitation to embrace the new reality that is emerging, one that is rooted in love, truth, and unity. This new reality is not a distant dream. It is already beginning to manifest all around us. The shifts we are experiencing, both within ourselves and in the world, are leading us towards a future where the principles of love and unity guide every aspect of our lives. We are being called to release the old paradigms of fear, division, and scarcity, and to step into a world where abundance, peace, and harmony are the natural state of being. This is not just an idealistic vision, but a tangible possibility that we can co-create together. As we align ourselves with higher consciousness, we become active participants in shaping this new reality. We are not passive observers, we are powerful creators of the world we wish to experience. Zook reminds us that we are all connected, that we are all part of the same cosmic family. The illusion of separation that has kept us divided is now dissolving, and we are being called to remember our true nature, beings of light, love, and infinite potential. This realization is both humbling and empowering, for it means that we have the power to shape the future, not just for ourselves, but for all beings on this planet and beyond. As we embrace this new reality, we must remember that it is not without challenges. The process of transformation can be messy, and at times we may feel uncertain. But Zook assures us that we are not alone. The universe is supporting us every step of the way, and we are being guided by the wisdom of our higher selves. As we open our hearts to love and truth, we will begin to see the world in a new light, and we will experience life as a reflection of our highest aspirations. Now is the time to step into this new reality with courage and hope. It is time to release the old fears and limitations, and embrace the infinite possibilities that lie before us. As we walk this path, we will find that the universe is ready to meet us with open arms, and that the new world we are co-creating is one that is full of love, compassion, and unity. Together, we are manifesting a brighter future for ourselves and for all beings. Let us move forward with open hearts and minds, trusting that the waves of transformation are guiding us to a higher state of consciousness. The time is now to embrace the truth of who we are and to step into the full expression of our divine potential. We are the creators of our future, and the new reality we have been waiting for is already here.